Hello everybody. Today we're going to be doing a tutorial on wheelies, and yeah, let's get into it. Alright, so the first thing you're going to do is locate the nearest tree to you. If you're in a neighborhood, it might be a little harder, but I'm sure you can find something that'll work. Find a tree, and we're going to work on our bounce point by driving up the tree until your tire gets off of it, and that's where your bounce point is. So start to drive up the tree. See how my tire kind of comes off at that point? That's the balance point. So that's the balance point if I'm just standing off the bike, because it has to be higher if there's no weight on it. I'll put my seat back on. But the balance point is lower if you're on it, which you can, that kind of tells you a couple things. The more farther back you are, the lower your balance point is going to be. And the closer forward you're going to be, the higher your balance point is going to have to be. So, just try it a couple times. Go up, lean up farther back. You can see it comes off sooner. And then don't lean much at all. And then it doesn't come off fast. It comes off later. So work on that step for a couple times. Pause the video, do that. Then let's get on to the next step. And so the next step is going to be finding like a little spot, flattish spot. Doesn't matter if it's a little curved, but it's whatever. And you're just gonna pop it up. Not in first gear. You have to, well, I'll show you how to do second gear in a minute. First gear, you're just gonna pop it up, set it down. And you're gonna try to get your bike up to the balance point that you worked on at the tree. So you're gonna go up to that balance point and set it down. And you'll be able to notice whenever you're at the balance point, which you were practicing at the tree, because instead of popping it up and then instantly falling down as soon as you cut the throttle, it'll stay up a little longer. So I'll show you all the two differences. First one, that's not the balance point. Even this isn't the balance point. Drops right away. Got to get it up high. You see how it lingers a little longer without the throttle until it falls? That's how you want it to be. That's more of the balance point area. So work on that for about 15 to 30 minutes maybe, and then we'll get on to the next one. So the next one, you can get traffic cones, rocks, sticks, whatever, but you're gonna place 2 points that you're gonna wanna try to continue wheeling to, that you can just move the points to where once you get to be able to consistently wheelie the one spot, like let's just say, this is where I start, the first little hump right there is where I end. So we're gonna start it up, we're gonna drop it down right there. And as I can tell I get better and I consistently get that distance down almost every time, we're going to move this cone back a little farther. And this is not a very flat area, so bear with me, but now we're going to try to wheelie this distance. Set it down, right at the thing. And try that, just keep continuing and getting it farther back and farther back until you feel comfortable, like you could go as far as you wanted to, just until you run out of room, if you know what I mean. So continue doing that. Work on getting it higher and slower, because whenever you start winding it out, that's when the front end starts to go down a little more, because you don't have as much torque to keep it up. So that's when second gear comes in handy if you want to try second gear for faster wheelies. First gear, slow. I would say first gear is easier for me, but you got to keep it higher. You got to go slower, not wind it out. Because look, if you wind it out in first gear, it falls down, see? But if you go slow in first gear, there's more torque that you can just keep it up. So second gear is when you have to pull up a lot harder in second gear, but you can go a lot faster. I prefer first gear because second gear it's a lot more challenging, because you have to get it up, which is kind of hard. Once you get it up to about your balance point, that's when the torque really starts to kick in for second gear, so it's it's easier to loop out, but it's a faster wheelie. So I'll show you. Hold on. I cannot do second gear very good, by the way. Oh, yeah, see what I mean? When that power band really kicks in, it starts to wheelie a lot faster and the torque kicks in, and that happens a lot. I'm not very good at second gear, but you can keep practicing that, and I'm sure you can get to where you're good at that. Alright, thanks for watching. I hope this video was useful for you and helpful. Keep practicing these steps, and yeah, you should be able to at least get a small wheelie down at the end of this video. Make sure to like and subscribe, drop a comment or whatever, I don't care. And yeah, see you on the next one.